I know, I'm a horrible person.
You heard her here first, folks. She's a terrible person.
Should
She admitted it.
I do an evil laugh?
Did you not just do that?
No, that was just a giggle.
Yeah, isn't that your evil laugh?
No, my evil laugh is very screechy.
Let's not do that. It's been an eventful few days, hasn't it? But I suppose all we can do now is wait for word from Alphinaud. I don't recall the last time I had nothing pressing to be getting on with. We should probably make most of it. Shall I put on some tea? Tea would be lovely. You may regale me with a tale of your adventures in the Far East, and of your encounter with this new primal especially. Does Alice know how to make tea? I'll put the kettle on then. That table looks free if you'd like to take a seat. On sitting at the table, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. Well, good thing I just took a break.
Yeah. Yeah, good timing. I said that, Rob.
No, we just finished 4.3. We got the achievement and everything.
No, because we're still doing Emissary of the Dawn, and that's still patch 4.3.
Oh. Interesting. So the Tsukuyomi was summoned in much the same manner as Susanoo, via the medium of a sacred relic. That's right. They believe their gods, or kami, reside in physical objects. Given the danger they represent, it may behoove us to begin a catalogue of such relics. But if we are to contain the thread, we will require a better understanding of the summoning method itself. I believe I shall pay a visit to Doma and learn what I can on the subject. A fine idea, and I know for a fact that our friends in Doma will be grateful for any information which could help prevent further summoning in the region. I will pen you a letter of introduction. Lord Hien will wish to welcome our resident expert on aetherology. Greetings. Could it be that I'm in time for tea? It certainly looks that way. Come on, sit down and tell us how your investigations went. After you left, I went about questioning Bloodhouse gravekeepers. They all told much the same story. Once Legionnaire officer had confirmed Xenos dead, his corpse was interred under strict supervision. There seems little reason to doubt their testimony on that point, but when I mentioned the defacement of Xenos' grave, accounts grew rather more vague. None reported having seen any suspicious persons in the vicinity, and all assumed the act to have been perpetrated by a vengeful Alamegan. Crucially, however, I was able to confirm that when the offending scrawl was removed, as per Lisa's instruction, no one involved thought to check the contents of the coffin. By that stage, it's like the corpse was already missing. Assuming Xenos had not in fact risen from the dead, he did, we are left with two possibilities. Either the body was disposed of to lead credence to the claims of an extremely committed imposter, or an Asian has taken up residence within it, or neither. They probably just made a second body. That seems like what Garlemald will do, probably. If Asahi was to prevent a devotee as you believe, he would not have been fooled by an impersonation, however committed. We must assume that we are dealing with an Asian and proceed accordingly. Agreed. Question is, how many more such monsters are we waiting for? How many more such monsters are waiting for Alphinaud and Garlemald? What'd you say?
Oh, you said how many more such monsters? I said yes.
Yeah. Very. The precedence was his chief reason for going. He understood the risks. I only hoped he did not underestimate the extent of the infestation. Meanwhile, on the Imperial Hypersonic Assault Craft L-75, . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . Master Alphinaud, we are making good speed towards our destination. Is aught to miss? Nay, 'tis just... I can see naught from my cabin and was curious to know the land over which we flew. Ah, I'm afraid our military craft are built with little thought for such niceties. I'm happy to indulge your curiosity, however. We are presently passing over the burn on the western edge of Althard. Even with the benefit of a porthole, your gaze would have been greeted with naught but moms upon moms of lifeless earth. I have read something of the burn. It was described as a desolate wasteland, bled dry of every last drop of aether. Aye, it is believed that a succession of icon summonings was responsible. When Emperor Solus first came to Althard and beheld this blight, he is said to have reeled at the scale of the devastation. He declared icons a threat to our very star's existence, and issued an empire-wide decree ordering the eradication of all such entities. Report! We want to attack, sir! Magitech armor! No visible designation! Magitech? But who? All cannons return fire. Damage report. The main reactor's been hit. Helm unresponsive. We're going down, sir. Damn it! They knew exactly where to hit us. All hands, brace for impact. Good to have you back, Master Alphinaud. We have landed in one piece, more or less. But the air filtration system is damaged and the ship is filling with smoke. Let's gather the survivors and get out while we still can. Aye. Aye. Duty calls. Commence the battle for Emissary of the Dawn. Ooh. This upcoming battle, you'll fight as Alphinaud. Look at me, I'm a little boy. What does Alphinaud have? Tri-shackle. Wow, his area effect is very lacking.
You said you are a child now.
I did say that, yes. Can't even access my actions.
But can you access your emotes? That's the important thing. Actually, I should try that out.
Let's see. No, I cannot.
Oh.
My thanks. I don't think I would have made it. Yes, you very likely saved his life. The question of who would try to take it remains, however. But these last few out of their misery. The prince wishes none left alive. The prince? They come not to parley, I fear. Ready your weapons. experience what it is to be role-playing, experiencing what it is to be someone else. Confound it! Not here! Not like this! Ooh! What? Who in the Emperor's name? Enemies are enemies. Instructions can wait. Introductions can wait. You are calm in a crisis, Master Alfinud. Let us finish this then. Hooray for mysterious strangers coming to our rescue. Emperor, that man is a fiend! Cross formation! Oh, I did not read that rest of that. Deploy restraints. Oh wait, I can use limit break.
Oh, I didn't remember that. Oops.
Looks like the third person I've seen that uses that slash attack. My thanks. Your intervention proved most timely. Well, well. I did not think to meet an Eorzean in this place, let alone a Scion. You know me, sir? I have some small history with your order. But I would speak of the present. Know you your assailants and the severity of your predicament. The soldiers bore the insignia of the Emperor's personal guard. And I could venture a guess as to the motive, but you have yet to have us at a disadvantage, sir. Will you not tell us who you are? Our names are not yours for the asking. As for our purpose, let this be your answer. An Asian mask! The face of our prey. You must be away before more arrive. Come with us or stay, but make your choice now. Even should we manage the long trek out of the burn and secure passage to the capital, we would no doubt be greeted by the Emperor's guard. Indeed, we accept your gracious offer, Shadow Hunter will suffice for the present. Come. Oh, that's a lot of masks.
It is, and a nice one.
Hey, that's a Garlia mask. What's that doing there? Ugh, this is intolerable. But as much as I wish it were otherwise, there's nothing we can do for Alfino now but pray for his success. Well, that's not entirely true. While your brother journeys to Garlemald from the east, I could make my way there from Alamigo and find out what there is to be learned in the Empire's western provinces. Then I'm coming with you. I can't very well sit here sipping tea if there's action to be taken. Forgive me, Alice, but the provinces are hostile territory and stealth is all important. It is safer that I go alone. I can sneak well enough when the situation demands it. Don't patronize me. Last time you tried to sneak, you got interrupted by the Warriors of Darkness, so your track record is not that great. We should leave this to Thancred. Not you two. I understand your frustration, Alice, but Green has a right of it. We must defer to Thancred's expertise in this matter. Fine. Just promise you'll be careful. It seems that praying is to be the extent of my contribution after all. But I will stay behind as I have been bid. We all have our talents. Mine just happen to involve a silver tongue and soft souls. Promise to send word the moment I learn aught of consequence. See that you notify me too. I mean to depart for Doma as soon as I find a suitable East Aldenard vessel to bear me thither. I shall return if I am needed. Be sure to drop in whenever you're next in the area, Green. With any luck, I'll have a painfully detailed report from Alfino to share. Ooh, we learned Ponder.
No.
Oh, it's just an expression. Very quizzical expression.
But you can use it in your portraits.
Yes. Speaking of portraits, I should probably update mine. Where's my ninja portrait? There it is. Wait, did I not update this? Oh, it's set as my glamour, that's... Okay, that's weird. Why is it not letting me update my portrait? Weird.
Maybe it's because of where you are.
Ah, that's a good point. I'll do it later. Alice is impatiently fussing with her link pearl.
You know, the thing that they could have been using this whole time?
Yes. Oh, Green, if you've come here hoping for news, I'm afraid there isn't any. Everything is exactly as it was. Y'shtola is still investigating primals in the Far East, Thancred is gathering intelligence in the Imperial provinces, and Alphinaud is still out there somewhere. There's been no one since his first scheduled report, nor does he respond to calls. And all the while, I'm just meant to sit around here waiting. It's driving me mad. Begging your pardons, I bear a message from the Aeolzian Alliance. Thank the gods for that, we have a visitor. Welcome to the Rising Stones. If you have a message, I should be most eager to hear it. My lady, the Alliance leadership will soon convene to discuss the matter of Ascian interference, and they humbly request the presence of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Having assessed intelligence provided by the Alamigan Resistance concerning the whereabouts of Xenos' remains, they too suspect Ascian involvement and wish to deliberate a suitable course of action. Is it a course of action, send a warrior of light to deal with it? As the foremost authorities on our foe, your Order's counsel will be most welcome. Of course, we'll be glad to assist in whatever way we can. With almost everyone else afield, I say this one falls to us. By which I mean, I'm not going on my own. You'll come with me, I trust. Of course I will. There you have it. We accept the invitation. Thank you. The time and the date of the meeting will be shared in due course, but I can confirm that the council will take place in Alamigo. By your leave. I somehow doubt we'll have anything useful to offer, but standing mutely at a meeting would still be better than nothing I've been doing of late. Let's make ready to depart, shall we? Thancred, what's going on, man? Alright, just be careful on the road back, you hear? Did I hear that right, Riol? Is Thancred coming back? Aye, that he is. Says he requires some important intelligence. Being in Gallian territory, though, he couldn't risk sharing the particulars in case the Imperials were listening in. So he said he'd head back as quick as he could, and to make sure someone was waiting for him in the Alamigan Quarter. Understood. Greed and I will go. We're bound for Alamigo anyway, and there's sure to be time before the council begins. Come on, let's be off. I bet it's going to be information that Alphinaud's ship crashed. What did Peter say?
Oh, God damn it. I don't know. Let me go to the door again.
Oh, wait, I should probably do this outside. Or did you already teleport?
I have not teleported. Do it mine.
Okay. Aha, there we go. Now I can edit my portrait. I think.
Probably. I just did. Oh, you know what else we need to do? Before you teleport?
Oh yeah, this is important. Hold on, let me just check my portrait quick second. Aha, there we go. To Alamigo again. Okay, now which way are we going? Let's fly. You two out of sight for sore eyes. All I need is water from my parched throat. Fetch me a cup, will ya? Trapezing through Imperial territory is thirsty work.
God, I needed that.
I won't bother telling you to catch your breath. Whatever brought you galloping back to us, I assume it's urgent.
Quite. Without further ado, then. After the successful uprisings in Doma and Alamigo, rebels in several other provinces were inspired to follow suit.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, they did not fare quite so
He's
well.
right.
Updated.
Hey.
The Dalmascans paid the heaviest price. For their defiance, the Emperor made a show of razing their capital to the ground, prompting many of their neighbors to abandon thoughts of resistance. But not all have given up on liberty. Heartened by the news of Doma's prisoner exchange, some still believe that the Empire may one day be amenable to negotiation. We have the shinobi to thank for spreading the good word. They have worked tirelessly to keep the subjugated informed, and a little knowledge can go a long way.
There is at least a spark of hope, then.
A spark in want of kindling, yes. The Alliance has already begun supplying materiel to resistance movements abroad, many of whom would otherwise struggle to continue the fight. The support effort has been led by the Sultana and the Elder Seedseer, who have both seen enough Alamigan refugees to know the consequences of oppression. And for their troubles, they have quickly earned a reputation as folk heroes in certain corners of the Empire. That is all for the provinces. As for the Garlean motherland itself, our friends the Populares have suffered something of a setback, I regret to say. Talk is rife that Doma has summoned a primal, and the Empire's more liberal voices are being drowned out in the fearful clamor for retribution.
And who do they think orchestrated this summoning?
Oh, any but those truly responsible. Xenos has seen to that. Speaking of whom, the Crown Prince is recovering remarkably well. Well enough, in fact, to enable him to personally tour the provinces, putting the fear of the Emperor into the hearts of any would-be dissidents.
He walks in plain sight, and none suspect him. Then it's as we feared.
Yes, an Ascian wears his skin. But it was not that which brought me here in such haste. During my time in the provinces, I learned many things. Yet at no point did I hear any report of a Doman emissary in the capital.
But Alphonse should have arrived by now. Could they be holding in there in secret?
The possibility did cross my mind, but I have reason to believe he never reached his destination. As you know, Scions assigned to covert operations, such as Riol and myself, are issued special link pearls for communication in the event of an emergency. I mention this because it was originally Alphino's task to coordinate the response at headquarters, meaning he has one. And whose voice should I hear when mine recently crackled to life?
You spoke with Alphino?
Spoke with, no. I but heard his voice, and none too clearly at that. 2 words were all I could make out. The burn.
The wasteland on the edge of Otherd. Something must have happened to them there. There's no time to waste. We must make for the burn at once.
I had a feeling you might say
Oh
that.
my god.
What?
Zaban.
Ah, the name.
The way it was said in the Japanese stuff.
And? I can't very well sit around here drinking tea if Alphino's in trouble. You said yourself that this link pill was only to be used in emergencies. So I'm going, and that's the end of it.
Oh, far be it from me to change your minds.
Loath I am to neglect making preparation for the council. We must act swiftly before Alphino's trail goes cold. I propose we first pay Hien a visit. He's sure to want to hear about these developments, and he may well be able to advise us on how best to reach the burn. A sound plan. And your Stola is in Domak, is she not? I dare say she'd join you in your search if you asked her nicely. While you see her to all that, I shall go and report my findings to the Alliance. You may leave any preparations for the council to me. Thank you, Thancred. Right, to Doma then. We have much and more to share with your Stola.
Back to Longclave.
Hey, it's Compressed JPEG. How you doing?
Google.
Yeah, Lunds and Compressed JPEG are from my other friend group.
How dare you have a friend group outside of mine?
Well, maybe you should do a better job of reining me in then.
Today I learned you're a pet.
What? That was not the intention I was going for with that usage of the word. Anyway. That is curious indeed. While other matters demand my attention at the present, I shall bear what you have told me in mind. Should you notice any change, do not hesitate to seek me out. Thank you, my lady. You are most kind. Well, well. 2 faces from the dim and distant past. It was literally a couple days ago. Come now, it hasn't been that long. Who was that we were speaking with? Yay, I got a follow from Lance.
Yeah.
Well, it involved some good connections and people following me on whim. And there you go. Problem solved.
Also, good luck, Zefka.
Oh yeah. Definitely when it cools down.
Time
Whim?
to start.
Yes.
Start walking the dogs at 5 a.m.
Yes, I say whim because I'm not confident enough to admit that my own branded comedy is enough to draw people in to follow me. Anyway. A local miner who supplies crystals for the rebuilding effort. Of late, he claims to have struggled to find a crystal with so much as a trace of elemental energy. Upon learning that I had some knowledge of Aether, he came seeking my counsel. Just now, he brought me one of his recent finds. It was precisely as he described, devoid of elemental energy, and eerily reminiscent of the de-aspected crystals that manifested in Eorzea in the days prior to the calamity. We would be wise to investigate this phenomenon more closely. Indeed, but on a more positive note, the locals seem to have taken a liking to you. Japanese all love their cat girls. So the cheesiest way to stop. More an interest than a liking to, I think. The sight of a Mikote with a peculiar contraption upon her head has a certain novelty value in these parts. Any actual regard they may have for me I owe wholly to you and the others who came before. Everyone here has been exceedingly cooperative, and I am pleased to report I have all but concluded my investigation. Simply put, by focusing one's will upon an Aether-infused object of worship, it is possible to conduct a summoning. So the fact that they were objects of worship is the key. They are themselves suffused with the requisite belief. Correct. Such sacred relics as Kojin collect obviate the need for religious fervor in the summoner, Yotsuyu being the most obvious example. She had but to associate the artifact given to her by Asahi with the divine, and it served to amplify her desires and give them form. A form nourished through the power of crystals, also provided by her brother, and thus was Tsukuyomi brought into being. Which brings me to the question of preventive measures, to which I have yet to find a satisfactory answer. At present, I know not that will avail us, say to keep watch over the movement of relics and crystals, as if we did not have enough to keep watch over already. Oh yeah, Tsukuyomi was great.
They went ham on the flated symbolism, though. It was great.
But I doubt you came all this way to hear that which may peruse and report. Has something happened to Alphinaud? I shall join you in the search, of course. I thank you, Stola. I should be glad of your help, truly. Now, if there's nothing else, I shall go on ahead and request an audience with Lord Hien. Alice puts on a brave face, but she has little talent for concealment. We should join her at the Kian-kan. What are you guys up to in chat?
You know.
Greetings, my friend. Alice has explained all to me. Needless to say, you have our full cooperation in the search, even if Alphinaud's trail does lead to the burn of all places. The region known as the Burn occupies a special place in Garlean history. Every child in the Empire is familiar with the tale. In the distant past, it was a verdant land teeming with life, but successive summonings saw it bled dry of Aether and reduced it to a desert. It was upon beholding the devastation that Primals had wrought that Emperor Solus was spurred to embark upon his crusade against their kind. Ah, good old Emperor Solus. The patron of the Prima Vista. Good guy. Anyone that supports arts, I'm going to consider as a good guy. Hopefully. Even if it's an Emperor of the Garlean Empire.
I
Yeah.
could completely ruin this with a history reminder.
What?
Oh, nothing. How do you feel about 420?
What?
Exactly, Sophie.
Oh. Well, that one was a failed artist. There's a difference.
See, this is why you support the arts.
I'm just going to move on for this conversation, thank you. Yeah, I do like the Measure of His Reach song. The burn offers a glimpse of the future we seek to prevent. Know you of any reason why Alphidode might have gone there? They flew over it. Aye, mischance. Though it lies on the route to Garlemald, it is no place to make a stop. My guess is they encountered some manner of trouble there. In any event, I am of the same mind as Alice. We have no choice but to take our search to the burn. Given the considerable distances involved, 'tis best we went by bird. Green and I have our yawls. Yugiri, will you ready falcons for the others? I shall gather our swiftest birds. Near the House of the Fierce there is an overlook. Pray join us there once you have seen to your preparations. I do know I need a blue mage spell from the burn. I just don't know what's gonna go on.
So we gonna have to get a party going.
Probably. Yeah, I need Cold Fog from the burn and Night Bloom from Tsukuyomi. But first, I need to get my daily map.
Alright. Just let the stream watch you do your dailies.
Just gonna do one map. Whee! Washoy! Washoy! Oh no, you still wants to try Bardam's Medal. If everyone is here and possessed of a bird, let us away. Remember, our destination is a barren wasteland. There is no civilization to speak of for 100 moms in all directions. Take care you do not lose your way. The burn now accessible.
So who's joining us?
Good question.
Alright. I leave it to you, Sloan. Are you joining Peripheral? Alright, we got the party. You just have to invite Sluns and then pass the party leader up to me, Sloan.
Yep, just waiting for them to come online.
Now would be a good time to grab your map.
Yeah, probably.
Pass party leader over to me. Thank you.
Come on, let's get the hell on here. Oh yeah, adventure. I can look at other people's adventure plates.
Didn't know you could.
Yep. Oh, Lalafell. Ooh, purple.
Oh, I'm dumb. I'm realizing I was mixing up adventure plates and portraits.
Ah.
Alright, let's go.
So who's being tank and who's being DPS?
Well, Ari said tank.
Okay, well one of you is gonna have to go DPS. Or could we just do it with 2 tanks? I mean, there's not really gonna be anything stopping us, is there?
I think it's not gonna let us go, but yeah, if someone switches to DPS, that'd be good. Or I could switch to tank too.
No, it's fine. We'll just do unrestricted party and level sync in the burn. It should work just fine, probably.
I mean, I could have switched off of healer.
Well then who's gonna heal you?
Peripheral set. Right before we launched. Oh well.
Make ready, friends! We are come to the burn!
Everyone, land where you can! We must wait out the storm!
Lothar, the burn. Okay, so we do have a normal party. Oh boy, a boss that I have no idea how to face. Ah! I guess this is where I hide behind a pillar. Yay, that went well. Ooh, Allegan technology. Oh, that's one big goblin.
Alive.
that was weird.
Yeah.
Very unconventional, to say the least. Alright, the last boss already.
That's fast.
Yeah. Ah! Wrong duty. Wrong duty, Peter.
Oh shit.
Ah, can't see.
Oh shit.
Well, at least it doesn't make us fall off the edge.
Okay, thanks, bub.
Yay!
Yay!
And nothing was scuffed at all. So is this all just sand, or is it salt, or...
Don't know. We could be at the beach.
Either way, it's getting everywhere. Or like ash. Yeah, that makes sense. It is called the burn after all. Alfie Node. Alfie Node.
Ah, there you are. Between contending with bloodthirsty beasts and sand in my every conceivable place, I had begun to despair of finding you again.
It just gets everywhere, doesn't it?
Do you recognize the crashed ship over yonder? Mistress Alizé and I briefly inspected it. It is the vessel that bore Master Alphino away.
But there was no sign of him, nor of Maxima and his people.
War Machina. It would seem they were involved in a struggle. There may be clues. We should split up and search the area.
These were no ordinary soldiers. Over here! The insignia on this man's uniform identifies him as one of the Emperor's personal guard.
Hand-picked soldiers, answering only to the royal family.
That would explain why all the casualties are Garlean. They were fighting their own.
You're saying the Emperor was behind all this? That Alphino is his prisoner?
We don't know that yet. You're jumping to conclusions, Alice.
Aye, we must not jump to conclusions. Besides,
I just said
Alphino is
that.
more than capable of looking after himself, is he not?
No, he can't swim. Well, he can, but just not very well.
I suggest we return to Doma to consider our options. Whatever happened here, Master Alphino is long gone, and any subsequent search may safely be left in the hands of the shinobi.
Where in the world are you, brother? If you die on me, I will never let you hear the end of it.
Well, that was decidedly an uneventful journey. I almost found myself hoping for a sandstorm. Joking aside, I'd say our birds are due a good brush down and a treat or two, wouldn't you? Again, as a request for the Scions. I had hoped to steal a moment's rest after our little outing, but it would seem duty calls. Before an emissary arrived in my absence. Which one? Do not let us keep you, then. Actually, I was hoping if you might join me. I cannot think of a guest who could fail to be impressed by the presence of the Scions. At least, none I should be happy to receive. Of course, if you think it would be useful. Thank you. Let us return to my manor, then. You know, they could have just easily made that area just an open, walkable place, but no.
Yeah.
Probably. I don't know, I'm not a dev.
Maybe it's to mitigate, like, everyone crowding there.
Maybe. Ooh, it's Lise. Hello.
Lise, what brings you here?
Oh, Alliance business. We have a request for Doma. Well, Hien. But that can wait. They told me you were out searching for Alphino. Did you manage to pick up his trail?
Technically, yes.
Well, if he wasn't at the crash site, he might still have escaped. We have to keep searching.
And we will. Alphino embarked on this journey as an emissary of Doma, and I hold myself responsible for his safe return. I will have our shinobi in the provinces search for him as a matter of urgency. Chin up, Alize. You'll get to admonish your brother for his recklessness yet.
Well, someone has to do it.
Yeah, there's always time to murder your sibling after you confirmed their safety.
I'm sure he's going to be fine. There is one thing I'm not sure about, though. You said it was the Emperor's personal guard that attacked Alphino's airship.
Yep.
But the Popularis would never have been able to arrange the prisoner exchange without Varus's blessing. So why would he sabotage his own mission?
They may not have been acting on Varus's orders. The guard answer not only to him, but to his family, the Crown Prince included.
When Yotsuyu summoned Tsukuyomi, Asahi was quick to proclaim that a dormant citizen had violated the terms of our agreement, that the negotiations had failed. And it is this version of events that is now being repeated across Garlemald. To hear the tale, one would think the prisoner exchange never took place. Plainly, someone is manipulating matters from the shadows. Most likely Xenos, or whoever it is that wears his face.
Well, now I'm just worried about the Garlean prisoners that were handed back to them.
Whichever Ascian you mean. We all know the nature of our adversary.
The servants of chaos are true to their name. Their meddling has cost Dorma a chance at peace. Whoever it was that loosed his personal guard, the Emperor cannot be ignorant of these developments. We must proceed on the assumption that our treaty is indeed in tatters. But come, Lys. You have journeyed far. Let me hear your petition.
Right. So the big news is that Alamigo has agreed to join the Eorzean Alliance.
Sounds good.
To make it official and discuss where we all go from here, the leaders of the 5 nations are planning to hold a meeting, and we were hoping you might come too. We've already seen what we can achieve when we work together, and the Alliance hopes to work even more closely in future. They think it's our best hope of keeping the Garleans in check, and I agree.
As do I. By coordinating our efforts in the east and west, we may be able to discourage them from committing their forces to a single front. I accept your invitation. I must, however, ask for time to attend to some pressing matters here. In light of recent events, the risk of Imperial reprisals is greater than ever, and I would not leave Dorma unguarded. Ere I depart, I must shore up her defenses.
Understood. I'll let the Alliance know. We'll wait to hear from you before setting a date. The meeting's to be held at the Royal Palace in Alamigo, incidentally. Do you remember the way?
Well enough. Please assure my hosts that I will not keep them waiting any longer than I have to.
Consider it done. And thank you for agreeing to come. If we all put our heads together, we're sure to find the best way forward. For everyone.
My advisors and I will presently convene to discuss the matter of Dorma's defenses. You are welcome to stay, of course. Had you not offered, I would have requested to leave to remain. Where the Ascians are concerned, naught may be left to chance. As ever, we would benefit from your experience. I thank you for coming, Lys, even if it was on official business. I'd hoped there might be time to show you the land you helped save, but I will settle for a fleeting visit if needs must. There never does seem to be enough time for anything, does there? But I did get to see a lot of the Enclave. You made excellent progress, I must say. And soon you'll have the chance to see how we're getting on, too. Till the meeting, then. Green. I was wondering if I might have a word with you before I go, in private. Go on, my friend. I will send for Hakuro and the others in the meantime. Great. I'll wait for you at the docks. To the docks. I'm assuming you're already ahead?
No,
Are you in the cutscene?
I just finished the cutscene.
Ah. Thanks for coming. Knowing you, you'll probably guess what I wanted to talk about. Not in the slightest. Alice, she's acting as if everything's alright, but it's clear she's barely coping. The Alice I know is overbearing, willful, and reckless, and that's fine. It's how she deals with feeling weak. She has to keep moving or she's afraid she'll fall apart. A lot like me. But the thing about people like us is that we need someone to keep an eye on us. I had Papalimo, and now I have my friends in the Resistance. And Alice has you and the Scions. Before you start, I'm not saying you're neglecting her. I'm sure you aren't. And I'm sure you won't. But she's a good friend, and when I see her like this, I can't help worrying. So please, make sure you give her all the support she needs, alright? Leave it to me. Thank you. I mean, it goes without saying, but if there's anything I can do, you only need to ask. Well, I best be off. See you in Alamigo.
And now I'm ahead of you.
Oh no. Ah, there you are, my friend. Everyone has assembled, so let us begin.
If we are to ready ourselves for invasion, we shall need manpower, provisions, and time, all of which are in notably short supply.
Candid as ever, Yugiri. And correct, I concede. Fortunately, I have an idea. 'Tis plain no single nation can stand against the might of the Empire. And it was only with the aid of others that Dorma succeeded in winning her freedom. So, I mean to take a leaf out of our Eorzean friends' book and form an alliance of our own.
With who exactly?
In addition to those with whom we already share an understanding, I would reach out to Hingashi and Suinosato, and further afield to the myriad peoples of Nangsha and Dalmasca.
And gosh, it might be a bit difficult considering they have like a Garlean embassy already there.
Yeah.
I am under no illusion. Not all will answer the call. Yet disparate though we may be, we are united in our desire for freedom. If our neighbors could be made to see what is at stake, Asian machinations and all, cooperation need not be so far-fetched a notion.
It may even seem practical. Under the guidance of our former leader, Master Louis Soir, we once strove to unite the fractured city-states of Eorzea. I dare say that experience shall be of use in your endeavor.
We should be glad of your wisdom.
For the record, I would have been in favor of this plan even if it hadn't been my grandfather's, but I have to ask, how will we secure the time to carry it out? Not that anyone has forgotten, but the Garleans have airships. Lots and lots of airships. Should they catch wind of our plan, they could send an armada to overwhelm us before our alliance had even begun to take shape.
Not if we deny them access to the skies. During our time in the Burn, the Warrior of Light and I chanced upon some Allagan ruins.
Oh?
As such ruins go, they were not particularly unusual. But something about the surrounding land struck me as odd. Faint though it was, its ethereal residue was uncannily similar to that of Azizlar. Identical, in fact. For locations so far removed to share a single etheric signature is all but impossible. I conclude, therefore, that the Allegans created the floating continent with land taken from the burn.
While that is a most intriguing theory, I fail to see what relevance it has to Dorma's defense.
Aziz's La was enclosed in a powerful energy barrier, impenetrable even to an Agrius-class battleship. It occurred to me that those ruins may have enjoyed similar protection. I have no proof, but the Warrior of Light did report seeing a structure resembling other known Allegan field generators.
I did?
All right. But even if we could put up such an energy barrier, it surely wouldn't extend beyond the limits of the burn. So what's to stop the Garleans flying around it?
Fuel. The Dalmascan capital, Rabanasta, was a key Imperial refueling point in the east. By laying waste to it as a lesson to the rest, the Empire greatly hindered its own operations in the region. If an Imperial fleet were to advance upon Doma, it would now have little choice but to travel, as the crow flies, over the burn.
I see.
A word of caution. Even assuming the generator still functions, raising a barrier of such a scale will require a prodigious amount of energy. And few places are so bereft of suitable crystals as the burn.
A source of energy. Tell me, did the Allegans make a habit of launching things into the sky?
Curious question. Besides Aziz's La, I know of only one other notable instance. The Red Moon Dalamud, whose fall triggered the calamity.
Just the 2 occasions, you say? Then I believe I may have a solution to our energy problem.
You do?
I may. To find out for sure, we would need to visit the Azim Steppe. Which would, I now see, present the perfect opportunity to discuss an alliance with the Zayla tribes. How very neat. What say you then? Shall we see whither this road leads?
It is settled then. I will journey to the Azim Steppe with the Scions. Yugiri and Hakuro, I leave our other neighbors to you. My apologies, but I won't be joining you. I'm no aetherologist, and what skills I do possess are unlikely to be of any great use to the mission. But more importantly, it seems to me that the ruins in the burn warrant attention. And so, while you are away securing an energy source, I will engage our friends at Galon Ironworks to undertake a complete overhaul of the field generators. We'll need them in good working order if our plans to succeed. I trust there are no objections. Come on, Isaac, can't you could you not get Tataru to do it? I'm sure she'd love the burn. Joking aside, I was planning to enlist her with help with organizing everything, but we'll still need a Scion on the ground. Don't worry, I'm sure you'll manage without me. Good luck! Just the 3 of us then. Very well. Shall we make first for reunion? Did you already teleport?
Not yet.
Okay, well I'm gonna
Remember,
quickly...
that was a talking cutscene.
Okay, well I'm gonna quickly get some water.
Okay. I don't know, me.
Oh no, how dare you?
How dare I what?
No, not you.
Oh. Thank you for referral.
How dare you use your free monthly sub on me? This is an outrage, I say. Outrage.
How dare God be kind to my friends? Ugh.
So is that basically the 21st century version of saying someone's full name, including the middle, when you're mad at them? Saying your internet username?
I don't know. I just normally do in public context online. I don't want to sound like your mom, okay? That said, I have said your middle name to imitate your mom.
So this is the Azim step. The tales do not do it justice. If you think the view is impressive here, wait until we reach higher ground. Actually, seeing it's your first visit, permit me to show you my favorite spot.
I will never tire of this vista. The endless fields, the boundless skies. 'Tis a sight to make a man forget his cares.
But not his purpose, I trust. Might this be a fitting moment to tell us what we are doing here?
Of course. During my time with the mole, I learned some few myths of this land. One goes thus. In the distant past, when all seemed doomed, a wayfaring soul came unto the steppe. Venturing into the northern crag, he received of Nama a sliver of her essence, a shard of the shining moon, and with it clove the tainted land from the earth. The end thus averted, to these fields did the wayfaring soul return, and venturing once more into the northern crag, he buried the shard, and made unto the heavens an offering of blood.
A tainted land cloven from the earth and an offering of blood to the heavens. Azizlar and Dalamud.
That was my thinking, yes.
And you believe that yonder mountains hide an artifact possessed of sufficient power to raise Azizlar up to the heavens? I suppose that might suffice.
Worth a closer look, would you say?
I would.
From here we will travel to Mol Ilo. There we may ask Cyrena about the particulars of the myth, and raise the matter of the alliance with the rulers of the steppe. Wait, I thought I was a ruler of the steppe now.
I thought you were their champion, but not the ruler.
I thought that's what being the Hagan meant.
They might have been referring to the group. I don't remember the terminology as well as you do.
I mean, that's literally how he convinced him to fight for Doma.
Alright, I took a break to explode some Namatu.
What?
I exploded some Namatu.
Oh no. But did they deserve it?
They were zoned out, so, you know, what better way to wake them up?
I see. Yen, Green, I am glad of your visit and the opportunity to welcome a new friend. How may we serve you? There is a matter I would discuss with the mole. It concerns not only the peoples of the steppe, but of every land in the Far East.
Oh no. She's a redhead, isn't it?
He's a red-headed and also dragon features.
Fuck.
A shard of the shining moon left behind by a wayfaring soul. And you need this to protect our lands? I do. My friends and I wish to find a shard and ascertain the extent of its power. Will you tell me more of the place where it lies buried, this northern crag? If that is your wish, in the mountains to the north there is a cavern called the House of the Crooked Coin. Inside this cavern are pillars of stone that legend holds to be the source of Nama's power. There, I believe, you will find what you seek. Ah, yes, I know the place. It's a brisk walk from here. And what are your thoughts on an alliance? Should the Empire return, our lands will be engulfed in a storm of conflict, whether we will it or no. If we do not stand together, we will fall apart. This I believe with all my heart, however. Among the tribes of the steppe, there are those who would revere Nama above all else. To them, the pillars are sacred and not to be disturbed. Should you proceed as you propose, such tribes are just like to spurn an alliance, prompting others to follow their example. That is my concern. But it is by no means certain that the pillars will provide the power you seek. Ere you risk the ire of the followers of Nama, might you not first visit the House of the Crooked Coin? If all is as you hope, we may then consider how best to earn their blessing. I thank you for your counsel. We will do as you suggest. I have no desire to give offense to those whom I would join hands. Thank you for your understanding. Though the mole may reign over the steppe today, this decision will shape the days to come, and we would not force others into war against their will. Nor we. 100-fold stronger are they who choose to fight of their own accord. Well, that explains how Garleans are dying by the dozens.
Oh no.
Well, that's what happens when you conscript people.
No, Serena says it's growing.
Oh. Welcome back. We went to Azim Steppe and met with Cyrena.
And he got water.
Sadu's also great.
I don't remember which one's Sadu is. I don't know how you remember all these names.
She's the Thorol chief. The ones that believe that they reincarnate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Blue garbs, black skin. It seems the time has come to put my skill to use. Pray, lead the way to the House of the Crooked Coin. Well, that is indeed a strange pillar.
Such an abundance of ether.
Are we in luck?
We are. This is an Allergan artifact, most likely built to regulate the flow of ether. I strongly suspect the ancients used it to stem the flow from here to the burn. That would explain how they were able to untether what became Azys La from its surroundings. But were we to throw open the floodgates, the resultant deluge would surely be sufficient to raise our wall. And in restoring the flow, we may also restore life to the wasteland.
What is it?
While the device itself harbors a surfeit of ether, the opposite is true of the surrounding area. An effect of regulation, perhaps. A similar phenomenon seemed to be occurring in Doma. Whatever the explanation, the answer will not reveal itself here. We have seen what we needed to see. Let us return to Mol Ilo.
Frank, I'm gonna go ahead without you. Bye.
Oh, sorry, I was talking with Peter. He's informed us that we need to really make sure that we're as synchronized as possible for the next few cutscenes.
Where what is possible?
Synchronized.
Ah.
I'm not switching voice paths.
Okay. Well, be careful of your responses then, I guess.
Alright, ready?
Nope. Alright. You found that which you seek then. Great indeed is the Dusk Mother's power. If not less will suffice to protect our lands, the blessing of the other tribes must now be sought. Of course, but to which tribe should we appeal? There are many who worship Nama, but none are so fervent in their faith such as the Dotharo. Their consent shall be the key. The Dotharo, Lee spoke of them, a warlike tribe possessed of unique customs and beliefs. I sense their cooperation will not be easily won. Nay, but it will be well worth the effort. The Dotharo fear nothing. death least of all, and our alliance will be greatly strengthened by their presence. Let us go to Tatharo Ka and treat with Hatun Sadhu. Right, well, off to...
Oh, I thought I could come up for the ride. Oh well.
What?
I thought I could help a ride. Oh well.
Sadhu! Gimlet dark. Gimlet dark. Gimlet dark. What it is it? Oh, you're already in the cutscene.
I didn't realize it was cutscene. But I won't go ahead.
You again? Other matters demand our time, Hagen, unless it is battle you seek. Alas not. Quite the opposite, in fact. What?
Oh, I can pause mine. Yeah.
Ooh, bigger cutscene.
Blah,
Talking.
blah, 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 blah.
Talking, always talking. You say the pillars hold great power? Of course they do. They are the source of Nama's strength. To the Dotharo, no place is more sacred, and will make ash of any who would defile it. Though I see this is not your wish. You see the wisdom of our proposition, then? You will join hands with us? I said nothing of joining hands. You wish to wield Nama's power to defend these lands, and this I will allow. But for leaving the steppe to fight the men in iron, I would have something in return. Namely, battle with you, Hagen. Honestly, this was half expected. The Nadam ended ere it began. I would face you again, alone, without distractions. Defeat me, prove yourself the stronger, and you shall have the Dotharo as your allies. Surely these are agreeable terms. Well, this is not wholly unexpected turn of events. Though I had assumed I would be the one required to fight. Alas, the Hatun has made her choice. Shall we dance?
I'll do the same.
Ha! It shall be a battle the steppe shall not soon forget. Ah, already my soul burns brighter. Prepare yourself, Hagen, and wait me outside the car. I will gather my witnesses and join you anon.
I get the feeling that we can't be in a party together.
Nope. Let's do this. Duty calls. Commence the battle for Will of the Moon. Yes.
Yes, okay. I clicked right when he said yes.
Yes! This spot shall serve as well as any. I shall enjoy this Hahn.
Is this truly necessary? Have you no peaceable way of making decisions?
Nope.
Speak not of peace. You stand before proud
That-
warriors of the Dathal.
That's not how they do
In the
things
heat
here.
of battle do our souls burn brightest. We lay low the strong that we may rise higher. That is our way. The way of might. There is no other.
Oh, they do not want for conviction.
Indeed. It's what makes them such dangerous enemies. And such useful allies.
Enough talk! It is time to fight!
Alright. Let's... Time for me to do some boo-boos, need to do some stab-stabs.
Yep, yep.
Defense.
Oh, that was fast. Oh, no. It's not fast.
I
she has
haven't
a-
gotten to that famous sketch shit.
She has a second phase.
There we go.
In death do our souls sing! In death do our souls sing!
Uh-oh. I just triggered that. Yeah.
In death do our souls sing! In death do our souls sing! How it burns!
Oh man. Yet another phase. What is this one?
Oh god, I'm panicking.
In death do our souls
Ah.
Oh,
sing!
and there's something in the center. Meteor impact, oh boy.
Phew!
Yes! Yes! Not since the Nardum has my soul burned so!
Thank you, thank you. Let me know when you're done with your fight, too.
I'm transitioning out. I'm almost the same spot, and now she's got her text.
Okay. Moving on, then.
Come! We have only just begun.
What do you mean, just begun?
Enough! You were not granted leave to set the steppe ablaze.
Oh, hey, Magni.
Well, well, the sun has come out to play.
Almost made her use 10% of her power.
Be gone, Moonstruck Oranir! I am busy!
Ah, Moonstruck. That's a good one.
Fool of a Dothal! Have you forgotten the face of your master already? The sun will never set! From his seat on high, he reigns over all, now and forever.
Are we gonna have to fight him too?
Probably.
Yet what should he find here but a
Time
battle
for
to
a
determine the
three-way.
fate of the steppe? A battle waged without his blessing. This will not stand. You, Doman! You who come to petition the warriors of this land, forget that all Nama's children are wards of the Oranir. As first among my brothers, your petition is mine alone to judge.
These words are as wind from a horse's backside. Plentiful, but your axe sings more sweetly. Let her speak for you.
Insolent child. You will learn your place!
Now it's just like the Nodam all over again.
Forgive me, Brother Magni, but we have an arrangement with the Dothal. We will not abide any interruptions.
Oh, damn. Everyone's joining.
Yep.
So
It's a melee!
the sun will pass judgment on all. Didakul, join me.
The sun is in good company. We may dance alone.
Very poetic, this one.
Beg not for mercy, for you will have none. Bear witness to the power and the glory of Azim!
I love how he's just dancing right
Staring
next
at each
to
other's throats like
Lear.
rabid dogs. Gods, I'm turning into her. I have not the patience for this, but if we must fight, let us at least be brief. Come.
Wait. Oh. Oh. I think
Yeah.
I'm... Yeah. Okay.
Well,
What do I do?
monks are kind of-
Lucid, stone, arrow, cure,
Oh, Jesus.
ether. Okay, let's do this.
die!
This is a pretty obvious rotation for me since it's just Conjurer.
Bow
Stone
down
Sparrow.
before me!
I should have probably gotten the middle one.
Kneel or die!
Mark well and learn! Concentrate!
Kneel or die!
So this is what playing Conjurer is like.
Yep.
Bow down before me!
Oh shit.
Mark well and learn!
You try about dying, Pian? I don't have a Suna either, so we could also not get poisoned.
Kneel or die! Bow down before me!
You can...
Tremble before the sun!
Let us be about it!
Oh no.
Well, that was a thing. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Ether, to me.
To get us. Yeah. I thought he's going to eat us up and down. Active time maneuver. Jesus.
How about you?
Yep, quick time event. Duty complete.
I'm still doing some watery spell. At least it looks like it. Oh no, it's just blue aether.
Right, I'll wait for you.
What strength, what grace is this?
Never have I felt such bliss in defeat.
Swap the over. Okay, we're at the same spot.
Alright, moving on then.
'Twas a battle to burn soul and flesh to ash. We Dothal will lend you our strength as promised. Narma's power is yours to wield. What does the
Right.
sun say to that?
The sun is not driven by base motives such as yours. But they have been judged and found worthy. It is the way of the Oranir to accord recognition and respect to the strong. You have made sufficient proof of your strength. The sun shall answer your call.
You have our thanks. We are glad to call you allies.
You? By what are you called?
You stole her. Why?
Are you?
Oh god. Magni,
Are
no.
you my Nama?
Not again.
Oh god, I just remembered. Fuck.
I beg your pardon?
In
Suddenly
battle,
the music
you
stops.
shone with all the majesty of the full moon's light. Your healing touch, the embodiment of the Dusk Mother's love. Long had I wondered if my Nama might not be a woman of the steppe. Beholding you, I am all but certain. Now, look into my eyes. Could it be? Could you be?
I am. Not interested, little son. Try again when you've become a man.
Jesus Christ.
Little son. Ugh.
You gotta get the little F in chat.
Okay. 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 I think I got it all out of my system. Okay. Okay. Moving on. Ugh, poor Magni. Just never gonna find a partner in this anytime soon, is he?
Little?
Little.
Little son! Little son! Does it pain you, little son? Crave you salve to soothe the ache? Fire to sear the wound in your heart?
Oh, no, they're just gonna fuck them.
We have wasted enough time here.
That's
Soon
how
awaits
they
the word of
handle
our
things here.
success.
Yep.
Back to the dramatic music.
And so the circle of life continues. Well, that was definitely worth the trouble of sinking.
Yeah, I don't have to keep sinking. It's really hard to sink. But you also have to stare with infinite lag.
That was far from the worst proposition she heard, apparently. You had not only to contend with Sadu, but Magnite too? Such a fierce battle that must have been. Yet here you stand, triumphant. Having passed such a test, they could not well deny you their allegiance. The mole will make no such demands. Weak though we are, we will gladly stand with you. The steppe is our home, and we will defend it with all our being. You have my heartfelt thanks. Of all the tribes in the steppe, there is none I would rather have at my side. God's willing, many more will rally to our cause. I shall send you word when we have answers from all the tribes. I cannot thank you enough, Sirna. None of this would have been possible without you. Little son.
You turned the camera.
What?
Oh, you turned the camera right when I had my character wave.
Ah. We have the requisite consent. 'Tis time to put Nama's power to use. If the Aether flows as planned, all that remains is to have the Ironworks engineers do their work at the ruins. Come, let us return to the House of the Crooked Coin. I shall begin at once. You may wish to step back.
Did it work?
It did. Ether may flow freely to the burn once more.
I do not pretend to understand what you did, Yestola, but you did it. Thanks to you, and Green of course, we have taken a momentous step towards securing our defenses. Now, as much as I believe a rest is in order, we should probably make haste back to the Enclave. Agreed. The others may have already returned from their missions, and I would know how things stand. As would I. Without further ado then.
Thank you. So I'll play.
Judging by your triumphant expressions, I think it all went well on the Azim step. Indeed, we have secured a suitable source of energy for the barrier. Good. Tataro and I commissioned guard on the ironworks to ensure that the field generations function as it should. A team of engineers stand ready to set out for the burn at a moment's notice. You need only say the word. I thank you for engaging their services on our behalf. The minute share of the arrangement you may leave to me. Which thus leaves a small matter of our alliance. So, Yugiri and Akuro, how fared you with our neighbors? My lord, all the factions we approached are in agreement that the Empire poses a threat, and many have responded positively to talk of an alliance. From the Hingashi to Sui no Sato, however, we received outright rejections. The former will not break its treaty with the Empire, and the latter will not involve itself in conflict. Just as we expected then. Well, there is naught to be done about it. We must focus on the rest. To each of the nations that were amenable to an alliance, I will personally send a missive. Once I have attended to that, I believe we'll have done everything we can to fortify Doma's defenses. For the time being, at least. All of which means I may leave for meeting in Alamigo with a lighter heart. Yugiri, Hakuro, if you would be so kind as to hold the fort in my absence. My friends, we could not have achieved so much in a little time without your help. For that I give you my heartfelt thanks. To the meeting then. I took the liberty of asking Thancred to attend as well. He should have arrived in the Alamigan Quarter by now. Then let us not keep him waiting, shall we? Backwards. Stoll has told me all, and I duly told Urianger and Kryl. Kryl in particular was concerned about Alphino, but I assured her that everything that can be done is being done. She agreed to continue with her own task for the time being on the condition that I contact her the moment there is any development. Now, speaking of which, we do still need to do Eureka. So that leaves 4 of us to attend the council. Ironbald is here to assist with security, incidentally. Though the poor lad seems altogether too distracted for the task. Another one missing Alphino, I expect. Ah, but it's almost time. As soon as you are ready, present yourself to the Gosman at the palace entrance. I shan't be far behind. Ah, Silence of the Seventh Dawn. Welcome to Alamigo. The Alliance leaders have already arrived. May I show you to the meeting chamber? Yes. Ooh, several cutscenes will play in advance.
I got started because, Japanese is so much slowing up speed than anyway.
Mistress Lys, Commander Aldin, it gives me great pleasure to formally welcome the city-state of Alamigo to the Eorzean Alliance.
The pleasure is ours, Your Grace. I know I speak for all Alamegans when I say that we are glad of this chance to stand with our comrades of the Alliance.
And we, for our part, are glad indeed to be able to welcome friends both old and new.
Lord Hien of Doma, at your service. Pray, accept my heartfelt thanks for your generous invitation.
Nay, 'tis we who must thank you for journeying so far. And 'twould be remiss of me not to acknowledge the part the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have played in bringing all of us together. In times of great unrest, you and yours have been our constant companions, without whom we would not be here.
With apologies to Lord Hien and Mistress Alize, it occurs to me that we have not gathered in this way since that fateful day in Uldar.
The day I lost my arm and my freedom. As I lay in my cell, never did I dream that I would one day be given the chance to represent my homeland at this council.
Okay, but just to make sure, someone test Nanamo's drink.
I would not even be alive had you not plucked me from the jaws of death. You, Yugiri, and Alphino. Would that the lad could be with us.
I too owe my presence here to Alphino, in so many ways. Until such time as he returns, I mean to carry on his good work as best I can.
Come, friends. Let us leave the past in the past and turn our eyes to the future. My Lord Hien, pray, tell us how things stand in the east.
Having heard the rumors of dissent in Garlemald, I dared to dream of a peaceable solution.
The Empire will not so easily change its ways. If the Garleans have a mind to take back Doma and Alamigo, we'll be hard-pressed to stop them, even with the might of 6 nations. But while we lack the strength to fight the tide, a course may yet present itself, if we read the winds aright.
The winds suggest but one course to me. One which leads from the sea unto the river and thence to the source of all our woes.
The Ascians.
Indeed. All here have felt their blighted touch. It was the bringers of chaos who nurtured the Archbishop's tyrannical ambitions. They who bestowed upon him the secrets of summoning, as they have so many others before and since. And while they remain, we shall know no peace.
Our objective is clear. The question is how to achieve it. That our enemy parades about in Xenos' skin
We're
poses
about
problems in
saints
itself,
right now.
but ere we get to
Nice.
them, how are we to infiltrate the Empire and get close enough to strike?
While I see the wisdom in targeting the Ascians, an assassination attempt on Garlean soil would do little to aid our cause, even were it to succeed. It's time we used our enemy's preferred tactic: subterfuge.
You have an idea? Speak your mind, Master Thancred. None here know the enemy better than the Scions, and you mayhap best of all. Whatever it is you propose, we will give it fair hearing. On that you have my word.
Very well, Admiral. My proposal is thus. We dispatch the shinobi to Imperial territory. There, they sow the rumor that the Crown Prince perished in the battle for Alamigo, and that the man parading around is in fact a corpse inhabited by a servant of darkness.
It does have the ring of truth about it. And were the Garleans to learn that their future ruler is a puppet, the Empire would be shaken to the core.
But at the risk of sounding stupid, would they actually believe such an unlikely story? I didn't.
Ordinarily not. But prior to his miraculous recovery, rumors of Xenos' death had already begun to circulate around the Empire. Ultimately, however, what the masses believe is not our chief concern. Our true objective is to create an opening for rival factions within Garlemald to exploit.
Just as a war of succession erupted in the wake of Emperor Solus's death.
A war which raged until but recently, plunging the Imperial House into disarray as nephew and uncle grappled for the throne. It is no coincidence that one of Varus's first acts as Emperor was to name Xenos heir apparent. Family feuds being so tiresome when armies are involved. Not all welcomed his choice of successor, however. There is no shortage of individuals who aspire to the throne, who would jump at any chance to seize power. The news that Xenos is not only dead, but a puppet to diabolical forces, would be too enticing to ignore.
The Empire would not be quick to recover from a second war of succession.
I am no stranger to infiltrating Imperial territory. With a team of operatives gathered from among the Alliance's finest, the plan should have a reasonable chance of success.
Doma already has shinobi in place throughout the provinces. We stand ready to act, and act we must. What say you all?
I'm for Master Thancred's proposal. We shine a light upon the Ascian and test the Empire's unity. 'Twas his plot that scuttled Doma's negotiations, was it not? Why then, if we can eliminate him, there may yet be a chance for peace. Let us wage this war of subterfuge, that we may one day lay down our arms. Gods know we never will while the Ascians remain.
That way. Sorrow.
You're way ahead of me.
History must be changed.
I don't understand.
Ahead looms a calamity. Ahead looms light, expunging all form and life. Twin dooms only you can forestall. Only you.
What's the matter?
There's a voice.
Spies in our midst?
Nay, I sense no such presence.
Let expanse contract. Eon become instant. Throw wide the gates that we may pass.
I don't like those smiles, guys.
Is it over?
Master Thancred!
12 for Fend. Bear him to a private chamber. Have every healer make ready. Swiftly!
Master Thancred remains in slumber. Though his vital signs appear stable, he's unresponsive.
What could have done this? And why just
So
him
is
and
it
not
only
the others?
half the table?
I'm sorry?
I'm behind you.
Like all the people being afflicted?
Yeah.
Good question. For some reason, it's the Scion specifically.
I'm afraid we could not identify the cause, my lady. Our examinations revealed no wounds, nor the presence of any poisonous substances.
Gods, that only makes it worse. You're to let us know the moment there's any change, all right?
Thank you for coming.
I'm
Knowing
guessing
Thancred,
some
he would
the-
apologize for
sorry.
being otherwise engaged at so
Thancred,
crucial a
sorry.
juncture.
We say it differently. I'm guessing the reason Thancred is hospitalized or whatever is because he's already been possessed before.
Maybe. That would make sense. Because I think his left eye is currently in a similar situation as Justola's both eyes, so I don't think that has anything to do with it. Otherwise, Justola would have also collapsed.
In gifting us a course of action, Thancred sowed the seed of all that is to follow. We have but to nurture it as best we can. To him, I would say, rest easy, that he may wake to enjoy the fruits of our labors. Now, the matter of the mysterious voice must not be forgotten. Will you tell me exactly what happened?
Alize and I heard a voice in the moments before Thancred collapsed. It was accompanied by a severe headache, as if something were clutching at our minds. Did you experience the same thing?
So, in between the voice and the pain, you felt as if you were somewhere else entirely.
Your testimony confirms my suspicion. That which you experienced was, I believe, your soul being plucked from your flesh. Called.
Called?
I myself examined Thancred. Reach out as I may, I could not sense in him the spark of life that is his soul.
Oh.
That Thancred alone was stricken so is likely due to his heightened sensitivity to the effects of ether. A consequence of his prior possession by the Ascian Lahabrea.
Oh, looks like you were right, Kier.
I'm not quite as far as you.
Oh, well, that sounds like a Japanese problem.
The owner of the voice, whoever it may be, reached out to you, called your souls, and in so doing, caused you and yours such pain.
Okay, now I get the point
If
where
that's
she's
true,
telling
where
us
exactly
that
are
I
we
was
being
right.
called to?
Good job. Big brain, Kier.
I know not. Yet one thing is plain. Whoever waits for you on the other side is possessed of a power unlike any I have ever known.
Forgive us, Lys, but may we leave Thancred in your care for a time?
As if you had to ask. I may not be a scion anymore, but I'm no less a friend. Don't worry. I'll see to it that Thancred's well looked after. Just focus on solving this mystery, all right?
Thank you, Lys.
Oh god.
As the Elder Seedseer says, 'tis no ordinary individual we are dealing with.
Aww.
Nor can we discount the possibility of Ascian involvement.
Urfel, how dare you? That's just called wasting money. How could you do this to me?
That's really sweet of you.
You fiend! You diabolical fiend! Now I'm legally obligated to stream more often? God damn it!
Whoever or whatever is behind this, the sooner we find out, the better.
I just tried to call Urianger on his link pearl. He didn't respond, but I dared to hope that he possesses some knowledge we do not. Ah, Urianger! Something happened during the meeting. Thancred's collapsed. A disembodied voice suddenly started... What? But that's... We should talk about this in person. Alright. We'll meet you there. And that was Urianger. He heard the voice too.
But yeah, you were right.
I'm sorry?
You're right.
Yeah, I'll get all the scions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just busy trying to confirm it was just half the table. I was like, wait, who got hit? Who did it?
Yeah. In Thanalan? As we alone were afflicted at the meeting, I had my suspicions. But if the voice also spoke to Urianger, there can be little doubt. The scions were targeted specifically. By whom and to what end is the question, one to which we must find an answer with all possible haste. You learned the emote Endure. Pain. Urianger agreed to meet us at the Rising Stones. If any of the others heard the voice, we'll find out soon enough. Good luck. I should get back to the meeting with the Elder Seatseer, but if there's anything I can do, anything at all, you must let me know, alright? Promise me. Right, let's be on our way. I can't imagine what kind of person would be foolish enough to drop subs into my chat.
Urianger! Gods, it's good to see you.
Would that our meeting were under happier circumstances. I judged the voice sufficient cause for concern even before you sent word of its effect on our comrade.
You heard it too, then?
Aye. And all but certainly at the selfsame instant. Alas, pained as I was, I could make little sense of what few words did then reach mine ears.
Who do you think is responsible? Could this be the Ascians doing?
That I cannot say. Not when so little is known. Ere I indulge in speculation, I would examine Thancred with mine own eyes.
To Alamigo, then, without further delay.
One other thing. During my visit to the Far East, I observed a strange phenomenon.
Thou referrest, I presume, to the localized reduction in etheric density.
Well, that spares me the trouble of an explanation. Yes, I noted precisely that at two apparently unconnected locations. I take it the phenomenon is not limited to the Far East.
Indeed not. Of late, our agents charged with surveilling the beast tribes have spoken of little else. In every corner of the realm, they tell of places in which the ether hath grown thin. Naturally, my suspicions first turned to primal activity, but the areas thus affected betray no evidence of summoning. I must confess to being quite perplexed.
If the same phenomenon is being observed in multiple locations on opposite sides of the world, we may safely discount regional factors. Needless to say, this warrants further investigation.
Indeed, I shall make it my task to... The voice. It calleth to me once more.
I hear it too.
Only you. Only you.
No! Ishtola! Urianger!
Throw wide the gates.
So I'm guessing you're fine with cracking open that multiversal crack that all media's into.
I'm sorry?
'Cause I'm thinking about it. And just they did hint at multiple universes before. You get
Yeah,
ripped out
during
into the
the
crystal realm with your soul pretty fucking often.
yeah, it was during a conversation with the Warrior of Darkness guy.
Yeah. So I think
Oh, there's
they're
it was like 13 worlds, and
yeah, I think they're going to pull us into that multiverse.
oh yeah,
bullshit
probably.
that's everyone seems to want in their media franchise.
Open your eyes, I beg you. Say something. Anything. Not again. Please. Not again.
Forgive me, that was an unseemly display. It happened before your very eyes, my lady. None here would have behaved any differently. We have borne the two of them to a private chamber, but tell me, is it true that Master Thancred languishes in a like state in Alamigo? I'm afraid so. Though, given the circumstances, it would seem best to observe them together. I will send word to Lise that he should be brought here. Take heart, my lady. The world is full of scholars and knowledgeable folk of every persuasion. Someone out there is bound to know what ails our comrades, and how it may be cured. Thus we will rouse them, no matter what.
I had to grab some water real fast.
Cool. That we will, Hori. That we will, Hori. That we will. But first things first, our comrades will have questions. May I ask that you explain the situations to them? I must attend to a private matter. Oh, I promised I'd visit someone in Limsa Lominsa. He's been waiting at Maelstrom Command for a while now. You know, you should come along too. I think he'd be glad to see you. I think it's a little kobold. Also, there's another mutual acquaintance in Limsa. Though sentiment aside, is it really a good idea to put Ochre and Aonor together to do something? Ah, it'll be fine, probably. Oops. Ah, there we go. Over... where is it? Over this way? Ah, command. Ah, Limsa. You never find a more dastardly hive of scum and villainy. Wretched hive of scum and villainy. I got the quote wrong. God, just look at all these degenerates around.
Does the AFK show off the plan?
Hmm?
Just AFK show off the plan?
Yep. As you will probably guess, it's Gabu we'd come to see. The privateer will bring it out to us. Ever since the maelstrom took him in, I try to visit him as often as I can. And after what befell our friends, I was taken by the urge to visit again. It's difficult to explain.
Here he is, my lady.
Tiny kobold.
Gabu, it's been too long.
I'm afraid there's been no change. If he can see or hear us, he has given no sign.
I see. You're still fighting. I'm proud of you. We promised that we would come and visit you together, didn't we? Alphino and I. I'm sorry that we haven't managed that yet. You know, with the three of us like this, does it not remind you of that night? Of the stars beyond count twinkling in the heavens? I was feeling pretty low back then. Powerless. But I knew that my brother was close by if I needed him, and that the others would be waiting for me back at the Rising Stones. Not like now. I've seen my share of trouble since coming to Eorzea. Been reminded again and again of my limitations, of how little I can change about this world. And I've come to know the sorrow of parting all too well. But to have the people I hold dear struck down before my eyes, and be powerless to help them, that I cannot bear.
You don't have to bear this burden alone.
No, I don't. You're right. It's pure arrogance to imagine I can solve everything by myself. You'd think I'd have learned that by now. Thank you. I don't know what I'd do without you. Well, that's more than enough brooding for one day. Come on. We have friends to save.
Let's return to the Rising Stones and take it from there. Thanks again for agreeing to come. It meant a lot to me.
Get out, Teep. Stop trying to get in my office.
I'm not Teep.
Well, then you can come in my office.
did some thinking on the way back, and I think Hori is right. We need to seek outside help. Ordinarily, we would turn to our own experts on such matters, but they're both among the stricken. I will begin by reaching out to the myriad guilds and research institutions here in Eorzea. Additionally, Grandfather and Minfilia had wealth of connections between them, and I mean to explore those avenues too. We'll find a way to save everyone, mark my words. Much more has happened in recent days, some of it for good, some not so. But all around me, people continue their fight. From the shinobi who search for Alphino to the Alliance members who make it ready to move against the Empire, they march on in the face of great adversity, bearing heavy burdens. Everyone is playing their part, and so must I. You have your own part to play, I know, and it's bigger than most. So I won't keep you. Just promise you'll pay a visit from time to time, and I promise I'll have good tidings to share with you when you do. Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace...
The Populares no longer present an obstacle. Now is the time to bring the Empire's might to bear. A word from your Radiance is all it takes. But one word, and the Imperial army will fall upon Alamigo as a pack of bloodthirsty wolves and tear that feeble nation apart. Have you no words for me? Despite the lengths I go to, an emissary playing the part of a fool. When first I took this face, I swore to use all of my knowledge, all of my power, to further the cause of the Empire. My deeds stand testament to my commitment. And with this adamant flesh at my disposal, I could destroy the Icon Slayer as easily as one might swat a fly. Why do you hesitate? Our enemy is resourceful. Though victory is certain now, it will not remain so indefinitely. Deliberate if you must, but be quick about it. We'll speak again when you have unburdened yourself of doubt. Until then, I take my leave, Father.
I should be the one to sigh. I played my part to perfection. I had earned my rest, and then, thanks to La Habrea's crowning act of idiocy, our favorite emissary sees fit to summon me back. Elidibus was ever a warrior. A most tiresome trait, would you not agree? What? Have you no words for me either? No matter. I've long grown weary of this mummery. Now, my dearest grandson, let me remind you of your place in the simplest of terms.
What'd you say?
This mystery guy gives Tumblr sexy man vibes, and it disturbs me.
Oh. Grandson. So if this is Varys' grandfather, this must be Solus Van Galvus? Does look very well for his age, though.
You do not make judgments, you administer them. Swiftly and to the letter. Naught else is your concern. Elidibus may be an insufferable bore, but he is no fool. His choices as emissary seldom err. If aught threatens the balance twixt light and dark, it falls to you to remove it. Be it by your own hands or by your armies, you have ample means at your disposal. That is why this empire exists, why I built it.
It is Solus Galvus. Definitely imagined him older, though.
Oh dear. Have I touched a nerve? You always were an
I was
easy one to read.
ahead of you. But this next
I
line.
pity you, I do. As they say, ignorance is bliss. And I know how much happier you would be not knowing the things you know. The founding father was an Ascian.
Oh, well, that does explain
he
it.
created the empire.
Yeah, why do they have to just point blank tell us the plot, though?
Sowing the seeds of chaos.
Well, it does explain why he looks so young.
Don't take it personally. I merely do my duty. To bring about a calamity requires no small amount of power, and there is no surer way to obtain such power than by collecting powerful pawns. To that end, I have labored long and hard, and I must say I am quite pleased with my handiwork, paltry though it seems in comparison to Alag.
Yeah, I don't think a gun's gonna work on an Ascian. Good try, though.
You fiends
I have to wrap up the neck, though.
voices. Mark me, Ascian. Man is the master of his own destiny.
Such a waste of time and energy, both yours and mine. Lest you forget you are Emperor now. If you wish to spout drivel about man's destiny, save it for the masses. It will serve to give them a sense of purpose, and you, pliant pieces for the game. Oh, do stop sulking, boy. You, of all people, should understand. Ours is a struggle to restore both mankind and the world to their rightful state. Viewed thus, our goals are one and the same.
Does this conversation imply that Elidibus is now taking the body of the, quote, Xenos, unquote? Meanwhile, a resistance encampment somewhere in the Empire. We are not so different, you and I. What in the world? Holy crap. Dead. All dead, yet I see no wounds, nor any evidence of battle. Damn them. They finally used it. The Empire developed an alchemical weapon in Garabania, a gas. Black Rose it was called, and to breathe it is to breathe your last. And that did this! I thought the project abandoned, and its vile fruit destroyed. But naught else could have wrought such an atrocity. Fools. What do they hope to gain with this butchery? Can they not see that a rule won through terror will not endure? How many more provinces must they lose? Nay, wait. This is not the work of men, but monsters, the Asians. Cannot be a coincidence that their trail led us here. Their objective was never to rule, but to sow strife and discord. Such a crime does indeed bear the mark of the bringers of chaos. Black Rose cannot be allowed to kill again. We must find the Asians and put an end to their plot. Ooh, yeah, I guess that's another patch finished. Alright, well, I'm gonna quickly be right back and get more water again. And bathroom break. It's like we got another patch ahead of us. What?
I said already.
Yeah.
I guess I'll take this as a bathroom break.
Yeah, hopefully we can get through the entire thing done today.
I bet we can.
Huh?
I bet we can.
Yeah.